All right, guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to JFX, and today we are looking at GU, which is GBP USD, if you may say. So I'm just going to look at GU, what happened this week and last week, and from that data that I have for the past like few days, I'll just see what I'm actually expecting today and see what they might do today. Right? Okay, so I've been trading for a while. I've been working on a lot of things. I've been busy with a lot of things. So let me just look at GU, not waste time, and look at GU and see what they're doing right now. All right. So I won't really waste much time. So I'm just going to look at GU right now. Okay. All right. So from this day, which was yesterday, Monday, right, to going back to last week, Monday, this data is enough for me to actually project where they are going to go next. So last week, I was looking at this peak here, not last week actually, but yesterday, I was looking at this as my peak formation, right, as my level reset. So after that, I was now saying, okay, now we have a 1350 cross here. And this whole thing, last week was actually more of a ranging week than, a good rising week, because this was NFP day, by the way. So they had to accumulate the whole week, allow people to think, oh, this is a strong resistance, this is a strong support. But what they were actually doing was they were building contracts so they can finally use NFP to move higher, right? Because in normal cases, they were supposed to move higher. So looking at this now, let's just look at the look back period, right? Uh, so we look at a certain number of days, 3 to 5 days. It's normal time period that we're supposed to look at. But I'll just look at 3 to 5 days up to 10 days, right? So the main thing that you want to do is you want to look for where the peak formation is, right? That's the most important thing. So from this day, let's go back and see to last week and see what these guys were doing for the past 3 days, right? For the past 3 to 5 days. So let's count, like from this day here, or from this day, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the fifth day was here, but you can see that here it was just a ranging day. So if we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you can clearly see that I won't really focus on what happened. I'll just focus on last week and this week, right? So you see that what they did last week was this, right, with a very 50 cross here, and they dropped, right? And then they formed the low, which was here. And then on Monday, they came with a fake move with beginning and then remove. So this was the fake move with beginning, all right? And then we were now expecting to see more of buys for the rest of the week. So what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to draw what was like some lines here that are going to show you what these guys are doing on a weekly basis and stuff like that, right? So I'll draw it on right here. So we have this, right? And then let's just see here. So I just like straight lines. I don't know. So what I'll just do is I'll go to coordinates and just make sure that the coordinates are similar. That's all. So just copy the coordinates above and then paste them below. So the coordinates are similar. And the visibility, I want it to be visible on hours, but up to 4. Yeah, it's okay now. Then I'll copy this. I'll border and put it here. Right? So that's my psychological support and resistance. So I'll go in edit text and just to, so this is PS and we have the PR right there, right? We have the PR right there. So what I'll just do is what they did last week was it's a different form that I'll not talk about. I'm not going to detail. So here was a nice weekly cycle, right? A model that they normally do is they form the low on Friday and then they come and take out the stop losses on Monday and then they move away from that area. So they moved away. So this is day one rise, right? And then this was day two, but there was no rise because they didn't really take out this high. I'll only count it as a day of rise if they completely take out this high, right? So this was day two, day three, day four, and then on day five, that's when we had another rise. So this was day one rise, and this was day two rise. right? So we have only 2 days of rise, but in a single week. So now what they did this week is they gave us another day of rise, which was the last day of rise, which was actually day three rise. All right. So what I'm expecting right now, I'm expecting these guys to drop because we had an outside structure. See this it's a trap move, and then they give. So what I'm expecting is I'm expecting price to go down from here. All right. What actually want them to do is to at least take out this yesterday's high and then drop. But they might do what they want because you can see already that this could be a big M on a lower time frame, which is M15, for example. So now, uh, you saw what I did. I look just from last week to see, oh, okay, this is what they were doing from last week. So from this point to this point, what are our levels telling us right now? Let's look at the level counting, right? So obviously this is the peak. This is the peak, which is like the level we have. This is the peak. Let me take this guy here. That's good. Okay, it's coming up. So let me take this guy here and then put it somewhere here. And then let me just add text. Let me just say peak, just to say right. So I'll say peak. The coordinates is okay. I mean the visibility is okay. 1 hour, 1 hour. And then I'll copy this and then I'll paste it here. So they moved actually 1 times 8 at a time, right? And then I'll put it here, right? So now the thing is we have different ways of counting levels, which I'm not going to just go into detail right now. I'll just show you the levels I see and the way I see them, right? And here we go. So here, this is our level one, right? So this is our level one, and this is actually, here's the fun part. This is not level two, all right? We didn't have level two consolidation here, but we have level three here, all right? We have level three here. Let me, my PC is just jig sometimes. Okay, so I don't like the way it's written here. Okay, so this is actually our level three. So I'll just double click here and just change this to three. You might ask why, right? So what they did was this was 1 times A data, right? Because the A data value is actually 95 here, and 3 times A data. If you multiply 95 by 3, it will give you like a certain number of 3 times A data. 95 by 3, right? It will give you a certain A data value, 285. So the range from this leg to this leg is supposed to be 285. So let's try to see if that is what we have here. So I'll take the price range here and I'll just draw it from here up to let me take this guy and put him. Crap. Okay, move these two guys. Okay, let me take this guy and delete it. All right, and then I'll take this. I'll take another guy right here. I'll look for another guy that draws a straight line for me, and I'll put also the line on this area here. Why am I doing so? Because I want to just draw the price range from this area here, and to see. So you can see that it's actually more than 285. 285 was up by the time they got somewhere here. 285 to 285 or somewhere here. So let's say, yeah, somewhere here. So you see, this is actually 288. So this is actually level 3, not level 2. So now I'm expecting them to drop because the full cycle, the cycle is up, right? Why? Because we had 3 days of rise, right? We also had 3 by ADR. It's actually not 3, it's actually 4 by ADR value, which means this could be just peak, not level 3, because level 3 was somewhere here. All right. So look at it right this way, right? We have this value out of level one. We have 1, 2, 3. All right. And now this is Monday. So this guys, what they did now, this is Monday, right? What did they do? This is Monday. So what they did was they gave us a fake move with beginning. Can you spot it? Fake move with beginning. Can you see it? You have to be able to see it, right? So I'll just draw the psychological levels here so you can actually see what these guys are doing, right? So this is still the PR, the peers, and this kind of crap that we have out there. And then this here, look at what they did, right? Look at what they did. What did they do? They manipulated the psychological resistance, all right? Remember, the high of the week is formed either on Monday or on Tuesday. So what you're looking for here, you're looking for reasons to go short, right? It's only reasons to go short. They might go long, yes, but for me, I'm looking for short trades because we have an outside structure and I'm looking for shorts, right? Close below the middle structure, and then now I'm looking for shorts. So let's see on the next lower time frame. But before we go there, let's see if we can count the days of rise and the days of drop. So what I will do is I will take this line here and I will draw it like this. All right, I will draw it like this, and then I will just write D1. Then I'll just like no point out the levels of rise and the levels of drop, and I mean the days of rise and the days of drop, not focusing on the days that they. So I just say D1, right? And then I'll change this to a bigger font, which is like 12. I think 12 is okay. And then I'll copy this. I'll put it here. So now look at what we have here. This was actually day two rise. So this was accumulation. And if you focus on this accumulation, you'll see that they were forming lower highs and also forming higher lows. And then now let's change this as well to a certain value, say day two. All right, day two. So now this is day two, and then this is day three. All right, so this is day two, this is day three. So what are we expecting here? Right, what I'm expecting is I'm expecting this guy to drop. You see, I'm expecting them to drop. So here we have 3 days of rise. The first day of rise was here last week, and then again the second day of rise was last week, and then they finished the whole cycle. So completing the cycle with a fake move with beginning. Now everyone's thinking, or most of the people are thinking, okay, no, maybe this guy might continue going higher, but we know that we need to book profit because we also have EMAs that are fanned out. So the EMAs are separated here, and 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 we have 3 days of rise. The full cycle is up. So now we're looking for reasons to go short. So let's take M15 and see if we can get a setup right now that we can take. All right. So looking at M15 now, I'll just kind of deal with this kind of thing. That's why I don't like trading here that much, honestly. I like MT4 like crazy. So what I'm waiting for here is it's either I want them to take out this high and then drop, or I'm waiting for a shift back close below the water. So once they do that with the shift back close below the water, I'll take the entry. But for now, we don't have anything, right? Maybe someone was thinking, oh, that's an M. Okay, that's all right. It's okay to think that way, but I'm not really going to take part in this kind of setup here. I'm not really focused on it, right? So what I'm expecting is I'm expecting to see something like a close below the water to be safe, or I'll just wait for a continuation trade, which means I'll wait for the 1350 to cross and I'll take the first pullback for an entry going low. That's what I will do if I was trading, but I'm not really trading. So you can see here we had 3 to the high already, a varied form of the head and shoulder patterns. And here we have this W, not in level 3 can trade both ways, remember? So you can take this buy as well because it's a nice reward trade, and then get out here, wait for them to drop. So what I'm expecting here is I'm expecting them to give me something like this, and then they drop, or just an A top, and then they drop. Either way, in level 3, I don't like taking peak. So what I normally do is, if the peak is not clear, if it's not a clear M pattern with all the rules that we have for the M pattern, I'll just wait for a shift bar close below the water, and then I'll take the entry from there. Or I'll just wait for the fading 50 to cross, and then I'll take the continuation trade to go, like going downside. Right? So that's what I'm seeing on GU. That's what I'm seeing on GU. And the other thing that I would like to see is, if they take out this high, for example, if they do this, let me look for this. Okay, I'll take this. So I'll take 1, 2, 3 or ABC. So what I'm looking for is, if they go up like this, right? A, uh, B, then C. What I'll be looking for is, I'll be looking forward to seeing them breaking this floor here. This guy becoming a flip zone, which means to the next day, what I'll be expecting is, I'll be expecting something like this, because it will be a flip zone. Now we need to book profit, remember? So we're looking at these as FTP targets, right? Until they get to blueberry, they might just come here and stop and go, because this is another potential reversal zone, and this is another potential reversal zone as well. But this is the fake move we begin, and we have a nice M pattern on H1 that is coming up. So we're waiting for a second leg enable. And remember, the range between the two should be a certain range that we'll be looking for. So now I'm expecting these guys to go down. So this is what I'm expecting on GU. All right. I might be wrong, but this is what I'm expecting. And all the rules made and stuff like that. Then I'm also looking forward, if they drop, to them feeling this void here. So I'm looking forward to seeing them getting to this area of support, right? And maybe bounce back up. That is if they don't take this high. So if they don't take this high, I'll be looking for this area of support to go higher. But if they take this high and we have another breaker here, then I'll be waiting for another reasons to no to go long later. But for now, I'm looking for shorts, for sell setups. All right. So I'll take a picture of this, and then I'll send it to you guys, and then I will post the video soon enough once I'm done editing it. All right, so this is what I'm expecting, and this is what we have on GU. So thank you for watching. Please just throw a like, comment, and subscribe. So see you next time. Peace.